making plays as the Bulls came down the tunnel earlier on. And now it's all about getting a win on their home court. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, former NBA players Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, with David Aldridge joining us courtside. DA, it's all yours.
Thanks, Kevin. Now, the Bulls have a whole lot of firepower. Coach Billy Donovan says, I'm a big assist guy. That's the first thing I always look at on a stat sheet. The best way a team can flow is if everybody's involved and the ball finds the open man. It's a hard balance to strike, but we've got to find it. Kevin, here's an assist. Back to you.
Oh, you're a great feeder. You're a terrific passer, David. I'll take it from you anytime. Thank you. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. The forwards are Barnes and Siakam. OG Anunoby is out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Pirtle in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Chicago, Speedy out there with the doctor. And there's Smooth. And it's the closer. And it's Clutch in at the point guard position. You know, almost every team has some kind of roster turnover in the offseason. So, Greg, this time of year can be about getting familiar with your new teammates.
There's always a feeling out process this early in the schedule. It's about finding your team's identity, figuring out how all the pieces are going to fit.
Here's Smooth. Pass to the dot. Here's the teardrop. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
VanVleet kicks to Anunoby. Back to VanVleet. Shoots the three. Anunoby, good.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch. The Raptors are only a few years removed from its championship in 2019. Boy, a lot has changed since then.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
2 minutes remaining in the first.
VanVleet passes to Barnes. 1:53 left in the first. Here's the doctor. Here's the closer. They get it back. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Here's VanVleet. It's hauled in by the Bulls. A lot of change. Toronto is without some of the key pieces from that title team, and it wasn't that long ago. But, Greg, they haven't had to go through a full rebuild. There are some remaining parts.
Listen, the talent they have is still undeniable. They've got a good mix of young up-and-comers and players in the prime of their career.
Bulls shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
The first free throw is good. And some changes here for the Raptors. Achua, he's checked in for Jakob Pirtle. Young comes in for Pascal Siakam. And Trent subbed in for OG Anunoby. Most losing teams, Greg, are looking to rebuild. Look to the future. But not in Chicago.
Yeah, their idea to turn it around was to get all-stars. Trading for Vooch in 21 during a losing season, then signing DeMar as a free agent. It's a refreshing approach.
That shot is off. Good D by Barnes. Trent, right side, trying to find VanVleet and gets it to him. And Fred VanVleet, a player who has always shot well from outside.
And Kevin VanVleet has continued to kind of take on more of an offensive load. Increased his volume while maintaining efficiency. Not every player able to do that.
Shoot two. And he makes the first. Greg, when you look at Toronto, they have a lot of length and defensive switchability.
They swarm opposing stars and tend to make it very difficult in those passing lanes. So a great profile for a modern NBA defense.
And so Van Vliet nails both of them.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Smooth. And again, Chicago. No good. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Toronto. Trailing by 2. Can't tie it up as that one misses. It could go. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. It's Chicago up by 2. And we'll get going after this from United Center.
Here they come, fans. Turn your attention to the clock.
And this has been a fairly close game to the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Looking at what we've seen for the Bulls, what do you guys think?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
When you're the more aggressive club, good things tend to happen. We'll see if they can maintain this level of intensity.
Richard, you grew up in Arizona. What do you think of the Suns right now and what they've done the last 2 seasons?
Oh, how much time do you got? All my friends back home are just loving it. Chris Paul, he has helped change the culture with Monty Williams. Great job by the front office. They have put in so much young talent, and they have coached them up. They are a complete team. And like I said, how much time you got? We can do this all day.
We could indeed. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group Billy Donovan has on the floor. Smooth out there with Clutch. Then there's the Doctor. Then there's Speedy. And it's the closer in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw.
All I'm going to say is a few years ago, I would not expect this Bulls team to be in this position right now. They weren't dominating, but look at what they're doing now. It's a whole new era.
Good on the second free throw. This Chicago team, Richard, has managed to turn things around after a string of 4 losing seasons.
And that's why you never count a team out. A few smart trades, some good draft pickups, that's all it takes for you to ascend the rankings and become a top team in this league.
And the right coach. Clearly, Billy was the right coach for this team.
Oh, yeah, and that too. Definitely a good coach.
Bulls shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
First team foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
At the line for Chicago, number 8. At the line for 2.
He hits both from the stripe. Raptors trail by 3. Trent outside. Pass to Siakam. Now, here's Anunoby. He's guarded closely. Misses from short range.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Great positioning on the putback.
He's so strong when he goes to work on the glass. One opening is all he'll need to finish the play, even if it's just a tip-in.
Now, here's Anunoby. Van Vliet passes to Siakam. 1:43 left in the first half. And again, no good by Toronto.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Here's the Doctor. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Just good, aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
Bulls shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
Team foul. At the line for the Bulls, number 6. One shot.
Raptors trail by 8. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Back to Van Vliet, and they get it. The rebound by the closer. The closer's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Smooth. Here's Speedy. Nice hit again. It's deflected. Here's the closer. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. Speedy, the pass to the dot. Here's Smooth. The tray. Traps in the tray. Smooth's got the lead up to 11 now for the Bulls.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
I'm sure coach is going to give them an earful about that. You can't be happy with that soft interior D.
Please welcome to the court, your Chicago Bulls.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Achua comes in for Chris Boucher. And it's Barnes in for Fred Van Vliet. .43 seconds left now here in the second. Knocks it loose. Pass to Clutch. Out of hand on it. And here's Trent. 23 points his last outing. Barnes left side. And there's the pass to Trent. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And that's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
Now the Bulls with it. It's been 10 unanswered points. Clutch the pass to Speedy. From the left block. Yep, that one goes in there. Speedy's got his second basket.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
And so it's Chicago. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've been playing some ferocious defense.
The Raptors 6.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with it was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. They led by 2 after the first. And
Please welcome to the court.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And different games, different officials. Something that might be called a foul in one game, Greg, may not be called in the next. As a player, how do you adjust to that?
It's a great question, and that's part of being a veteran. I learned early on, you actually scout officials the same way you scout the players. They have tendencies as well.
Setting the floor for the Raptors. The forwards are Barnes and Siakam. Then it's Fred Van Vliet. Then there's Pirtle. First trip to the line for him here.
He was 73% from the line a season ago. An average number in that regard.
First free throw is good. Barnes hits them both. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Pass to the dot. Here's Clutch, covered by Van Vliet. Here's Clutch. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Clutch has got 5 points so far.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
For three, Van Vliet. Smooth with a rebound.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Pass to Clutch.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's the doctor.
2 minutes.
There's 1:54 left in the third quarter of the game. Good D by Barnes. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
Quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Trent's checked in for the Raptors. And the Raptors call time here.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something up that can get them a clean look at the basket.
Who wants the t-shirt?
Van Vliet kicks to Siakam. Clock at 6. Tipped away. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Not going to go that time. Good D by Barnes. And now the Bulls on the break. And here they go.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Trent outside. Back to Barnes. 56 seconds left to play in the third. Kicks it out to Siakam. No good on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
The Doctor, the shot from the low post is good. Doctor's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Here's Clutch, covered by Van Vliet. Here's the Doctor, and that one is good. Doctor's got 4 points in the quarter.
Some slippage at the defensive end here in the second half, allowing the offense to establish more of a rhythm.
Here's Siakam. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Passes it to the Doctor. Rebound by the Raptors. Barnes has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. 4 seconds left. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second team.
I'm just so impressed with Siakam's offensive improvement over the years. I mean, he's mastering the ability to play in attack mode.
The Raptors shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. No good on that So he comes up empty at the line. And so it's Chicago taking a 19-point lead into the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Back to the action in just a minute. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
There wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. They've got the closer. Hunter out there is Speedy, and it's clutch, and it's smooth in at the 2 spot. Now, here's Anunoby. Defense is right there. Boucher finds Achua. Shoots from the line. Chicago grabs the miss. The closer's got 6 rebounds now in the game. The pass to Smooth. Pass to Speedy. Lays it up off the glass.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Toronto calls timeout. Richard, last season, a historically close race for the scoring title, and it came down to the wire between LeBron, Joel Embiid, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. It was thrilling those last couple games.
It was beautiful. To me, it reminded me of 90s basketball when you had Shaq and you had David Robinson and Patrick Ewing and Hakeem Olajuwon. And now bigger players, they're back. Size and strength is still valuable in today's game, and you love to see it.
Changes here for the Raptors. Pirtle, he's checked in for Young. Barnes comes in for Chris Boucher. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Trent. Pass to Anunoby. From outside the arc, Barnes can't get it to go. The Bulls leading by 21. Clutch the pass to Speedy. To the inside. The closer, that's good.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
Passes it to Anunoby. VanVleet with it. Achua, the pass to Anunoby. In the corner, it's VanVleet. 5 on the clock. Hits the three-point bomb.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Bulls.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And this victory will draw them even in the season series as it comes to a close.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Speedy.
The work he put in on the glass helped shape this game, never taking a play off and closing out a number of possessions.
And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Vucevic checked in for Speedy. DeMar DeRozan comes in for the doctor. Levine's checked in for Smooth. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Clutch. Now here's Levine. Tight defense on him. Kicks to DeRozan. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. He can't get it to go. To the right side. Back to Barton. Lets the three fly. That one no good. And the Bulls going the other way now. The pass to Beverley. Pass to DeRozan. Lays it up and banks it in.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. See you next time.